So guys, before I get into the thick of things on this topic, I just want to get right to the point on something here right quick. Regarding narcissists, it's very normal for people to grow up in families where it's not perfect. Most people do, including myself. But when it really comes down to things, you could grow up in a picture perfect family, and that even in itself is not going to help you. Because perfectionism, growing up where you're given every single thing, you don't got to struggle for nothing, you grow up like a princess or a prince, you know what I mean? Like shit like that, that can make you a narcissist also. So it's like, you really have to grow up in a family that really knows what they're doing, that can make you become the best that you can be possible. And I don't think it has a whole lot to do with money, whether how much you're going to be given. Because like I said, I know people that grew up in a family where their family made like probably $20-30 million from selling a business that they had. And this person is a narcissist. They were given so much, and it just doesn't matter. That can backfire on you. Shit like that can happen. And also the opposite of that, given absolutely nothing, being abused, being neglected, that's also, it's going to be an issue, you know? And I strongly believe almost nothing is perfect for anybody, and you as a person is what matters more than anything else. You and how you live your life and the decisions you make yourself is going to shape you into the person you're going to be, regardless of how you grew up. Because like I said, there's so many things in this life that is not perfect. That's why there's so many messed up people, because people lack intelligence. I believe the most intelligent people are going to be the ones best off. It doesn't matter how you grew up, because you're naturally going to know what to do in order to be the best that you can be, instead of going down this dark road, instead of being something that you're not. You have all these flaws that you can't even overcome because you can't take accountability, and you never want to be wrong. So it's like, you know what I mean? And I believe that is what is creating so many narcs in this world. And I just want to get on the topic right quick as well, as I end with that. When it comes to narcissists and them blocking you on social media, because that is what they do without reason. I block people on social media, but there's a reason for it. Narcissists will block you without reason. I'll block somebody if they spam the hell out of me, and it's like so annoying. It'll never be just one message. It'll never be just 2 or 3, 4 or 5 even. Like, you have to really cross the line or really disrespect me, and you're doing some bad things, you know? I'm not just going to block somebody for no reason. I don't have any of my exes blocked. I don't have anybody blocked. I even still follow at least a couple girls that I used to have things with, and it's all good. You know, it's all good. But when it comes to narcissists and when they block you for no reason, because these things have happened to me, these things still happen to me to this day, and it's a weird thing that they do. It's like a control thing that they have going on. They think they're going to gain more power over you and control by them blocking you. They do it for attention. There's many reasons as to why a narcissist will block you just for no reason, and it's petty. It's very immature. These things happened to me when I was young. That's when I learned about it. I just get blocked for no reason because my time came to get blocked. You have a connection with this person, it's going good, and all of a sudden their weirdness kicks in and you end up getting blocked. And you wonder why. They're devaluing you. That is the devalue stage, where they block you and then they go on to do everything else that they're going to do. And guys, I've gotten blocked before by girls that I have talked to, and it didn't even end on bad terms. Like, we just stopped talking. I keep living my life. I keep thriving. And all of a sudden, I'm blocked. Why? Because they are a narcissist, for one, and you might not have known that, but they are. And that just kind of exposed their own self, because no human being in their right mind who is mentally healthy is going to do something like that. It's crazy to think about. It'll take the energy out of you just thinking about the situation in itself. It's very toxic. It's very bold. They do these things to gain that power. And you have to be the one that you don't let it affect you. I've been surprised by certain things that have happened by getting blocked by certain people, and it's like, this is sad. Like, this is honestly sad. This is embarrassing. Like, I'm embarrassed for you. This is ridiculous. Okay. Continue on now. Was that supposed to faze me, to harm me, to do anything to me? This is just ridiculous. I'm embarrassed for you now. I'm going to carry on, and you just expose yourself even more to the psychopath you really are. So I'm going to get on with my life, and you can continue to fall down, because that is who you are, and you just made that very clear. You can't communicate like an adult. You can't communicate like a real person. It's because you're not real yourself. You don't have real feelings. You're not real. Nothing is real about you. And that is what it is. So, but I'm telling you guys now, if any of these things happen to you, it's not something that you should ever let affect you. And there are situations that I was in before where it did affect me because of the circumstances, because I was really close with a girl before, and she would just block me out of nowhere. Like, everything is good. One day, just one day, she'll start an argument. She knows what she's doing, and it goes on and on and on, and then boom, you're blocked. Everything you just had with that person is gone for months, or for however long they have you blocked for, until they unblock you and then come back. That's terrible. In a situation like that, it will affect you. But in other situations I've been in, it's like, you might just veer off. You stop talking to a particular person. Months and months and months later, you're just unfazed that you're not even talking to the person. And they can't stand that, because they want you to depend on them. A narcissist always wants you to depend on them. They can't stand you living your life without them, because they are not happy. They are never happy deep down. They have no happiness within themselves. So it's like, and it's crazy to think about, but it's true. And they want to take your soul. The fact that you're actually thriving, the fact that you're actually living your life without them, and you're happy, it bothers them so much to the core. It will make them jealous. It will make them very envious of you. It will make them very petty. It shows them that you can get better than them, and it's just like, they'll just block you for no good reason, to try to get a reaction out of you, to try to get a hold of them through another social media platform, or through a text, or whatever, you know what I mean? But they will do little things like that to play mind games with you, to try to trigger you, to try to get you off your square. And do not let it. You have to see past it. You have to see the truth of what is going on, and I'm explaining the truth of what's going on right now in this video. So, but yeah, it's ridiculous. What else can you say? It is a narc 101 move. They can't just talk. They can't just reach out to you. And they probably wanted you to reach out to them this entire time. They probably wanted you to talk to them this entire time. They wanted your attention so badly. They want your validation so badly, and without it, it's like they can't live without it. So they have to, like, kill you in order to continue to live. by blocking you, by never seeing you. And that's not even the main reason why they want to block you in the first place. They block you in this situation because they want your attention. They want you to see that what they've done, and then to reach out to be like, because you're going to give them a response because they did something. They didn't even message you. They could have easily messaged you, but they have to take that low way of a route by blocking you, by disrespecting you, because they know this is their last resort. They know they have to do this because they're too ignorant to message you first. In their head, that gives you the power. In their head, everything to do with a conversation with another person is all about power. They just can't be they just cannot be loose. They just can't be loose, you know? They're always tense. Everything's about power. This, that, this. It's all power. And they just can never be loose. Ever. They can't, they will go on, I don't trust nobody and this and that and that and this. They're so uptight. They can't give anybody the benefit of the doubt. They can never try something with somebody else. They're just always stuck in their ways. Because of deep-rooted issues that they have for whatever reason. There's a million different things that can go on, but you know, these are some pretty useless people, if I'm being honest. Useless is an understatement. Get your shit together. Who would want to deal with a person like this? Especially once you figure them out, because you're not going to know they're like that in the beginning. But you're soon going to realize what's going on. And then you're not going to want to deal with them. And if you do, you're stupid. If you do, you're not experienced with this stuff yet. And you're falling for the games. I fell for this shit way too much when I was younger to ever fall for this stuff again. It's all a laugh and joke to me. I see them as immature people. I see them as nothing. I see them as people that is not going to be well for a very long time, if they ever will be, period. They have a lot to do. And these individuals just missed out on so much. They missed out on so much in life. And like I said, if that's you, you have to take accountability for your own life. You do, because like I mentioned at the very start of this video, not everybody's life is perfect. There's going to be certain things that you or I or whoever does not have. We have to be smart enough to go out there into the world and to go out there and do things that is going to help us grow as people, so we can become the best that we can be, so we can be well-rounded individuals as people. You know what I mean? And that's even what I did. I could have been like, I feel my mind's way too smart to not end up being a very, very well-rounded good person when it's all said and done. I feel like I'm too smart for that because I have too much confidence. I can go out there and I can do anything. I can go into anybody's world. I can go and I can talk to anybody. I can go and spar high-level boxers in a boxing ring. I just have like, I have like, I'm not going to say no fear, because that is just a lie. Every single person in the world feels fear. But it's like, how much, like, I can feel fear but still do it. You know what I mean? I feel weak individuals cannot do it if they feel even a little bit. It's like they back away from that because they're just in this protection mechanism state at all times. Like they can never feel anything like that. Everything to do with them is just a protection mechanism. They're protecting themselves all the time, and it's like they can never just feel the fear of anything, so they can't grow. Because when you feel fear, when you feel pressure, when you feel certain things like that, that is how you grow. You cannot grow if you don't feel those things. So you must put yourself in positions in life if you weren't put in positions when you were younger as a kid or something like that, because that's how a lot of these people are created, by not being in those positions. And like I said, you have to be the one that's going to step up and put yourself in those positions so you can see more of the world, so you can see how strong you need to be, so you can grow. And that is what you do. You have to be smart enough to do these things on your own. You don't need mommy or daddy to hold your hand. You can go and do those things your damn self. Mommy or daddy will be holding your hand when it's all said and done. You'll be parenting them. Because they might not even have done what you did. You know what I mean? And this is just what it is, guys. Do not deal with any of these toxic ass individuals. They're garbage. They're trash. Step away, get away from them, and live your life. Are we supposed to be affected by that childish, immature behavior? You know what I mean? It's just stupidity. It's what it is. Like, what are they thinking? And there's just so many, you know. You'd have to be in a situation like I was for it to have any effect over you, which you're actually in a situation where they are your girlfriend or your boyfriend, for it to actually affect you. But if it's just some random person and you don't even know them that well, it might be a new girl or a new guy you're talking to, and they might end up blocking you because you just might have veered off and you never talked for a while, but nothing was bad. Then all of a sudden you're blocked by that person because they think you should just reach out to them for no reason, because they're too immature. They can't strike a conversation with you if they want to have one. So yeah, they play these mind games, they play these head games, because it's all they do. They have to be in their own path. They can't go out of their own way to do anything. They're control freaks. Like, and I mean freaks. They are so stuck in their ego. They're so stuck in that control ways of being. They can't just step out. You know what I mean? They can't put themselves out there. They can't talk to a guy first. They can't talk to a girl first. They can't do those things. I've talked to many girls first. Many girls have talked to me first. It goes hand in hand. But these individuals, they cannot strike a conversation with somebody else first unless they know for a fact that they can trust a person, which is very highly unlikely. It would have to be like a yes man or a yes woman in their life for them to talk to anybody first, or like their parents or someone they're really close to. They could never do that to a new person. They just can't. And it's sad. It shows the lack of confidence they really have. They're not willing to do it. You have to get rid of that fear. You have to get, it's not the end of the world. Even if you get rejected, even if something happens, it's not the end of the world. You can do whatever you want. I've talked to many girls first. Many. Some things work out, some things don't. And some of the things that don't work out, it's not even that they don't really want to be with you or talk to you. It's just more so, it just don't end up going that way, and you don't even continue to pursue. Like, I've talked to certain girls for a certain period of time, and the conversation just sort of dies out a little bit, and I don't even myself continue to pursue, because it's like, you know, it is what it is. It just, you feel it was the right thing to do. And then with some people, it just clicks more, so you continue on. I can tell by instincts how things like go. You know what I mean? And people are testing each other regardless all the time. It's just, the world's a weird thing. People are weird. I don't know how else to say it. It is what it is. And I've talked to different people all over the country where I come from. I know a lot of girls from Toronto. I know a lot of girls from Calgary, different places in my country of Canada that I do talk to quite a bit. And I find girls from Toronto are 10 times more cooler than girls where I come from. Girls where I come from, I don't want to label every single one of them, but most of them are batshit crazy. Like, there's something seriously wrong with their heads. Seriously wrong. But anyways, I'm just going to end the video here, guys. I hope you guys can take quite a bit from this video. I said what I need to say. It is the truth. And when it's all said and done, just do the right thing. That's it.